Good evening. In today's news, President Donald Trump escalates rhetoric on Greenland, stating that the US will take control one way or another, offering security and economic prosperity to Greenlanders. Meanwhile, Snap poll reveals that the majority of Americans view Trump's primetime address positively. As he defended his policies, the Supreme Court has ruled against the Trump administration request to withhold $2 billion in foreign aid, directing the case back to the district court for further clarifications. In the financial sector, stock markets surged after the Trump administration granted automakers a 1 month exemption from tariff, easing industry concerns. Tensions rose at Trump's congressional address. At Rep. AI Green was removed for protesting, vowing to continue pushing for impeachment. In Indian news, India rebukes the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, rejecting comments on Kashmir and Manipur as unfounded and biased. Meanwhile, Uttar Pradesh CM Yogi Adityanath criticizes SP leader Abu Azmi for glorifying Aurangzeb, demanding his expulsion. A political controversy erupts over Rajiv Gandhi's academic records. After a BJP leader shared a video questioning his educational background, India and New Zealand are set to face off in the Champions Trophy final, marking their first white ball tournament final clash in 25 years. On the international stage, a new trade war unfolds between the US and Canada after Trump's 25% tariffs prompt Ottawa to file a WTO complaint against the US. Trump vows US will take control of Greenland. President Donald Trump declares that the US will take control of Greenland either through diplomatic means or other methods. Speaking at the joint session of Congress, Trump told Greenlanders that the US supports their self determination and would welcome them into the United States. He promised to keep Greenland safe, make it rich, and take it to new heights. Trump also warned Americans that Greenland was crucial to US national security, emphasizing its strategic location in the Arctic. Denmark has repeatedly rejected US interest in purchasing Greenland, calling it not for sale. The Danish government responded sharply, stating that Greenland is an autonomous territory under Denmark's sovereignty. Despite this, Trump insists that US must secure Greenland's future. Poll shows majority approval for Trump's speech. A CNN instant poll found that the nearly 70% of viewers had a positive reaction to Trump's address, with 44% calling it very positive. During the speech, Trump defended his policies, highlighting economic growth, immigration reform, and tax cuts. He also criticized Joe Biden's administration, calling it a disaster for America. The poll showed that 25% of viewers had a somewhat positive reaction, while 31% reacted negatively. Trump's sharp criticism of Congressional Democrats was seen as a highlight by many Republicans. Political analysts believe the strong poll number could boost Trump's approval ratings. Democrats, however, dismissed the speech as divisive and misleading. Supreme Court rejects Trump request to block foreign aid payment. The Supreme Court ruled 5-4 against the Trump administration, rejecting its request to block a lower court order requiring the US government to pay $2 billion in foreign aid. The court stated that the administration had failed to justify withholding the funds which were allocated for international aid projects. The ruling directed the case back to the district court for further clarification. Chief Justice John Roberts sided with the liberal justices, stating that the deadline for payments has passed. Trump officials expressed disappointment, arguing that foreign aid spending should be reassessed. Democrats praising the ruling, calling in victory for humanitarian effort. The decision ensured that aid groups and contractors will receive the funds. Stock market surges as Trump delays auto tariffs. The stock market soared after Trump granted automakers a 1 month exemption from a new tariffs on imported car parts. The Dow Jones climbed 550 points, 1.3%, while the Nasdaq and S&P 500 gained 1.5% and 1.25% respectively. The delay followed requests from Ford, GM, and Stellantis, who warned that tariffs could increase vehicle costs, while House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirmed that Trump made the decision to prevent economic disadvantage for American automakers. The tariff exemption, his industry is concerned through experts, on the long-term economic uncertainty remains. Rap AI Green removed from Trump's speech for protesting. Rap AI Green was forcibly removed from Congress during Trump's address after he stood up and declared, "You don't have a mandate." Security escorted the 77-year-old Democrat out as he vowed to continue working on article of impeachment. The protest quickly went viral, sparking debate across social media while Democrats praised his courage. Republicans criticized the disruption as political theater. Green later reaffirmed his stance, stating, "I stand for democracy, not dictatorship." Trump mocked the incident, dismissed Green as another radical leftist. In Indian news, India rebukes UN over Kashmir and Manipur remarks. India has strongly rejected UN Human Rights Chief Volker Turk's comment, calling them biased and misleading. Turk criticized violence in Manipur and restrictions in Kashmir, prompting a sharp rebuttal from Indian envoy Arindam Bagchi. He argued that the UN ignored India's democratic framework, which ensures press freedom and regional stability. Bagchi emphasized that record voter turnout and tourism in Kashmir prove the region is progressing under Indian governance. India also accused the UN of ignoring Pakistan's human rights violation, calling for a more balanced global report. The Indian government stated that the Turk's remark oversimplified complex domestic issues. Officials reiterate that India remains committed to protecting human rights through democratic means. New Delhi has urged the UN to stop interfering in internal matters. Yogi Adityanath called for SP leader Abu Azmi's expulsion. Uttar Pradesh CM Yogi Adityanath condemned Samajwadi Party Abu Azmi after he praised Aurangzeb as a great ruler. Adityanath demanded Azmi's expulsion, questioning his loyalty to India and its historical heroes. Azmi later retracted his statement, but BJP leaders continued to attack him for attempting to whitewash history. The controversy sparked a fierce debate, with Hindu groups condemning Azmi's remarks. BJP leaders argued that glorifying Aurangzeb is an insult to India's heritage and Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Azmi defended himself, saying his remarks were taken out of context, but criticism persisted. The Samajwadi Party has not taken official action, but pressure continues to mount. Political analysts believe this issue will be used by the BJP in upcoming elections. BJP questions Rajiv Gandhi's academic record. A political storm erupted after BJP leader Amit Malviya shared a video questioning Rajiv Gandhi's educational background. The clip featured Congress leader Manishankar Iyer, who suggested Gandhi had failed at Cambridge and Imperial College. Congress dismissed the claim, calling it a smear tactic ahead of election. The video quickly went viral, reigniting debates over Gandhi's qualification and leadership. BJP leaders argue that the transparency about the past leaders is necessary, especially regarding their credentials. Congress leaders accuse the BJP of distracting voters from real issues like unemployment and inflation. The controversy has further deepened the divide between BJP and Congress support. Political observers believe this issue will dominate discussion leading up to the elections. India to face New Zealand in Champion Trophy final. India and New Zealand will clash in the Champion Trophy final their first white ball final meeting in 25 years. India defeated Australia in a tense semi final, while New Zealand overcame South Africa in Lahore. The final will take place in Dubai on Sunday, with both teams seeking redemption. New Zealand aims to avenge their group stage loss to India, while Rohit Sharma's squad looks to reclaim the trophy. Kohli's form remains crucial for India's chances as he continues to deliver in big matches. New Zealand captain Kane Williamson believes his team has learned from their earlier loss to India. Cricket experts predict a close contest with both teams evenly matched. Fans worldwide are eagerly awaiting what promises to be an exciting showdown. Canada files WTO complaint over Trump's 25% tariffs. Canada has filed a WTO complaint against the US, calling Trump's new tariff unjustified and damaging. Trump imposed 25% tariff on Canadian imports, accusing Ottawa to failing to final fentanyl from entering the US. The move could disrupt $2.2 trillion in trade, affecting major industries on both sides of the border. Canadian officials warned that retaliatory tariffs could follow escalating economic tensions between the two nations. The Canadian government insists it will defend its economy, vowing to fight and tariffs through diplomatic and legal means. Meanwhile, US businesses fear supply chain disruption as many on Canadian raw materials. WTO has confirmed that the consultations between the two nations will begin soon. Economists warn that the prolonged trade war could negatively impact both economies. That concludes today's news on Bharat TV. For more updates on these stories and others, visit our website or follow us on social media. I'm Nutan Vyas and we'll see you next time.